Make trouble, fail, make trouble again, fail again, until they're doomed. That is the logic of the imperialists and all reactionaries the world over in dealing with the people's cause. And they will never go against this logic. This is a Marxist law. When we say imperialism is ferocious, we mean that its nature will never change, that the imperialists will never lay down their butcher knives, that they will never become Buddhas till they're doomed. Fight, fail, fight again, fail again, fight again, until their victory. That is the logic of the people, and they too will never go against this logic. That is another Marxist law. The Russian People's Revolution followed this law, and so is the Chinese People's Revolution. So, in case you all didn't know, Ismail Haniyeh, the chief negotiator of Hamas, probably like if you've ever seen Hamas videos, you've probably seen this guy. He's a very distinctive fellow. And he was murdered on the soil of a country that is neither Israel nor Palestine nor Lebanon yesterday. See, what Israel seems to be trying to do, like, I've never seen a country that is more like suicidal than Israel. You do not fight a war on 2 fronts, never mind on 3 fronts, never mind on 4 fronts. I don't know if they think Uncle Sugar is going to come and save the day with boots on the ground, but I guarantee you that's not happening. Americans are not going to die for Israel. American blood is not going to prop up Israel, okay? We're sick of wars. People my age, I'm 30 years old. Like, we're not going over there. We are not going over there to save this fucking shithole. I'm sorry. If I fight a war, okay? If I fight a war, it's going to be to liberate the working class and liberate Black people. It's not going to be to save an American settler colonial outpost in the Middle East to keep those people under the thumbs of Yankee imperialism. Sugar Daddy Uncle Sam is not coming to save the day. And then, mind you, Israel already has a civil war brewing. They literally stormed the prison yesterday to free people who were accused of rape. Well, not accused, they did rape Palestinian prisoners. So Israel apparently is trying to unify its country. Bibi Netanyahu, who came and gave that horrible speech in front of our Congress last week, is trying to unify his country by carrying out this stupid assassination.
Overnight, Hamas says its chief political leader has been assassinated in Tehran. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps confirms Ismail Haniyeh was targeted at his residence while visiting Tehran. Iran's Noor.
And this is the thing that gets me about Israel. Like, what makes them think that you cannot just go to other people's countries and kill people? You cannot do that. That's illegal. That's a violation of international law. Iran, if I recall correctly, is not at war with Israel. Lebanon, if I recall correctly, is not at war with Israel. Of course, I guess now they are, because you've literally bombed their country. So you cannot fight Yemen, you cannot fight Lebanon, you cannot fight Israel, and you cannot fight the entire whole-ass Palestinian nation. And no, that's not going to work. No. Organizing question. Good afternoon, BRG. Sorry for this early off-topic question, but I'm thinking of joining Red Star and DSA. Would you recommend it in the context of all the great work they've done for Palestine? I would definitely recommend it, but the thing is, like, Red Star does not just want to recruit people off the internet, okay? Like, they want you to actually have done work in DSA or done work. Like, they want you to actually have a resume. They're not just going to pick you up because you talk good on the internet. And that's good. Honestly, that's good. Because, like, all of these groups and whatnot, they just recruit random people off the internet, and then you end up recruiting federal agents, you end up recruiting people who may be clinically insane. So it's really good that Red Star actually has a vetting process for potential cadres. So my advice to you is, if you want to join Red Star, join your local DSA chapter. Like, don't just join DSA to join a caucus. That's not going to work. You need to actually, like, start doing work in your DSA chapter. You need to actually get known. You need to actually serve the people, and then join a caucus if you want to. That's what Red Star wants you to do.
Noor news agency reports that the apartment was hit by a, quote, air-launched guided projectile. Haniyeh had lived outside Gaza for years and was a close ally of Iran. He is the highest-ranking Hamas leader to have been killed since the war with Israel began. For the latest, let's bring in Megan Fitzgerald.
Oh, this fucking buffering.
Good morning, Megan. Do we know who's behind this?
Israel, Mossad.
Francis, good morning.
Look, that's the thing with reporters. They always ask these stupid ass questions. Who the fuck would benefit from killing a Hamas leader? Who? Huh? America didn't do it, obviously. The EU didn't do it. Russia didn't do it. Ukraine didn't do it. Israel did it.
At this point, it's still unclear who's behind this attack.
Oh my God. You people are so fucking dumb. Israel did it. They assassinated this man. And the funny thing is, like, if they wanted a ceasefire, that's why I laugh at all these people that be like, oh, ceasefire now, ceasefire now. Israel doesn't want a fucking ceasefire. Israel wants a total extermination of the Palestinian people, you absolute fucking ding-dongs. They don't want peace with Palestinians. They want to destroy Palestinians so that they can claim their land. That's what they want. Okay, they don't want ceasefire. They do not want ceasefire. America doesn't want a fucking ceasefire. America benefits from chaos in the Middle East. America does not want a stable, united Arab world. America does not want a stable, united Latin America. America does not want a stable, united Africa. These corporations, they benefit from chaos because they can play one group, one country off the other one to the profit of their corporations, to the profit of these CEOs that own our government. They don't want unity. They don't want peace. Okay? America and peace are two words that do not belong in the same sentence. America has never promoted peace. Look at what they did to the Kurds. They used the Kurds to get access to Syrian oil, and then they fed them to the fucking Turks. That's what America does when you make friends with it, or when you think that it supports your national liberation struggle. If you're not stronger than them, if you don't have your own political line, you are going to be used. That's what's going to happen to you.
Hamas is blaming Israel, saying Ismail Haniyeh was killed in the residence he was staying in by the Israelis after attending the inauguration ceremony.
You stupid fucking thing. You stupid fucking thing.
But the IDF has not taken responsibility or even commented for that matter. But look, this is enormously impactful on the developments in Gaza and any possibility of peace negotiations, since Haniyeh was the main negotiator from Hamas. We've also been talking, of course, about rising tensions in the region, most certainly after Saturday's attack in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights that killed 12 kids on a soccer field. But the killing...
Of course they're going to fucking highlight that. What about the thousands of Palestinian kids who have been murdered? I hate American media. We need our own people's media. So this song is titled Our Martyrs Are Our Great Ones. It's performed by the Ansar Allah Band in 2021. Very beautiful musical tribute. But yeah, Israel just seems to be like, they have no plan. They have no strategy. They just seem to be more committed to doing more and more stupid fuck shit until they eventually are destroyed, either from the resistance or from their own internal contradictions. My money's on a mix of both, because like a house is destroyed easiest when it's rotten on the inside. And Israel, of course, is the definition of a weak house. Like you got the Haredim, the ultra orthodox that are literally rioting in the streets every day. Then you've got the bullshit. They basically had their own January 6th incident when a bunch of far right wing, okay, like Israel, when we talk about Israel, we have to consider that Israel and all settler colonial countries are inherently right wing, right? When I say something in Israel is far right wing, I mean like literal Nazis. They stormed a prison trying to free people who, like, literally trying to free rapists. They're defending the right of IDF soldiers to engage in incidents of sexual assault against prisoners in occupied Palestine. That's how fucked up these people are. You know what else is fucked up? This.
Democracynow.org, War, Peace, and the Presidency. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump made headlines this week after suggesting that
Oh, come on, fuck me. Come on.
this year's election could be the last U.S. election
This did not start happening until I started using StreamYard. This is ass.
if he wins in November. Trump made the comment Friday in Florida at Turning Point Action's Believers Summit.
Christians, get out and vote.
You know, the funny thing is, like, Trump is the farthest thing from a believing Christian in American politics. Kamala Harris is more Christian than he is. Like, this guy's not a Christian. He's broken every one of the 10 Commandments. He probably hasn't read the Bible since he was a kid. But all of these batshit insane evangelicals who also support Israel to the hilt, by the way, because they think that they basically want to bring about Armageddon, okay? So you've got all these insane Christian dominionists who want America to be a fascist theocracy, and they support Israel to the hilt. And they also support Trump, yet this guy has literally, like, broken every commandment in the book. He's cheated on his wives. He's a thief. He's a con artist. He's a scam artist. He basically violates every commandment that was laid down by the man upstairs, yet they love this guy. This shows that American Christians are not Christians. Okay? America is literally engaged in the act of bombing people who are better Christians than this guy. Muslims are better Christians than Donald Trump. But because of this weird coalescence of various reactionary foreign policy and domestic policy goals, like, they don't give a fuck if Trump cheats on his wife, as long as they get the notion that he's going to let them turn this country into a fascist dominionist hellhole. Insomniac Matt is more Christian than Trump. There you are. You have my attention. Let's see what else this clown has to say. So there's apparently a secretive Christian nationalist network that is trying to purge voters in battleground states. Ooh.
Just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years. You know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out.
Did he just say he's not Christian? That's the first truth he's told in his political career. But so basically he's promising these people that if they vote for him, if they make this guy president of the United States once more, that they're never going to have to vote again. Is that going to be because elections are illegal, or is that going to be because JD Vance is going to come and establish a more competent fascist dictatorship? Who knows? Queers are God's chosen people. Straights can't enter the kingdom of heaven. Repent before you're trans, Lord and Savior. I'm not trans, but I can fuck with it.
You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
For more on who's backing Trump's efforts, we look at a secret organization of wealthy Christians who are working to purge more than 1 million voters from the rolls in battleground states and mobilize Republican voters to back Trump. It's called.
So this is the thing. Like, the Democrats have no strategy. They have no plan. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. The Republicans, these hardcore Christian fascists, like, they know what the fuck they're doing. They're carrying out their long march through the institutions. Like, it took them 40 years to overturn Roe v. Wade, but they got it. Why did they get it? Because they played the long game. These people played the long game, and they eventually won. Now they're going to get Trump again, and JD Vance is going to end up being president if Trump is reelected. And So they're getting what they want because they have long memories. Democrats, liberals have memories of a goldfish, and communists might as well be political non-entities. So we have to keep in mind, like I said about Israel, America is an inherently far-right country. So if communists, if liberals, if people who don't want to end up in concentration camps are going to win, we're going to have to be pragmatic and strategic. Does that mean that we have to all go back Kamala Harris? No, because Kamala Harris is basically blue fascism. Anybody that watched that ridiculous display in Atlanta yesterday can attest to that. But come on, like, we have to do better. Like, just scrawling "don't vote, revolt" on a VACO, like, okay, you know. So you literally have people that are trying to overturn the Voting Rights Act. You have people that are trying to overturn the Civil Rights Act. You have people that are trying to overturn Obergefell, the ruling that allowed people like me to get married. So you have to keep in mind, like, this is the enemy. These people have a plan. They have Project 2025. They have Ziklag. They have all of this shit. This is what they want to do to us. They're trying to literally fix it so that we can't vote. Am I saying that you should go out and vote for Democrats? No, because Democrats obviously are not going to secure your right to vote. Democrats don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is we have to be pragmatic and we have to be strategic, because these people are pragmatic and strategic. You cannot fight an enemy like these people. You cannot fight an enemy like Trump with reason and logic. It's simply not going to work. It's going to break your heart, and you're going to be sad. And there are going to be many, many bad laws passed that oppress you and people that you care about. Just keep that in mind.
Called Ziklag. The news outlets ProPublica and Documented obtained thousands of Ziklag's internal files and found the group has divided its 2024 activities into 3 different operations: Steeplechase, which uses churches to get out the vote, and Watchtower, which aims to rally voters around opposition.
Watchtower, are these like Jehovah's Witnesses or something?
To transgender rights. The third operation, called Checkmate, focused on funding so-called election integrity groups, as laid out in this Ziklag member strategy video.
Voter irregularities are rampant across all 50 states, but
no, they aren't. And this is like another canard that they use. Like, why do you think that there are millions of illegal Mexicans that are just like enrolling and ready to vote for Democrats? Okay, these people come up here to vote. I mean, these people come up here to work. They don't come here to vote. They don't give a shit about our elections. These people come up here to work because America has made their countries like living hellholes. Like, if you come from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Venezuela, like, you're not coming up here to vote in our fucking elections. You're coming up here to work and get away from the effects of American sanctions and other shitty things that have gutted your country. Okay, these people don't give a shit about our elections. These people don't give a shit about our political culture. These people come up here to work and hopefully go back home to a country that is free of American sanctions. That's all they want. They do not give a fuck about our elections. Quit. What? And again, like, this just shows how much of American politics is centered around lies and bullshit and phony ass canards.
but especially pronounced in
I hate group chats.
The battleground states. Public polling confirms Americans have lost confidence in electoral integrity. With the federal election already in full swing, more must be done to ensure fair elections in the most important republic in the world. That's the purpose behind Operation Checkmate and its practical approaches to both get out the vote and clean electoral rolls through our coalition partners. Through these efforts, we have the opportunity to play a significant role in the upcoming election.
ProPublica reports Ziklag's mission is to take dominion over 7 spheres of public life.
Yeah, that's why they're called Christian dominionists. They basically want to establish a Christian theocracy in the United States,
which it calls mountains: business, science and technology, family, art, and media, church, education, and government. For more, we continue with Andy Kroll, investigative reporter.
Thank you, Andy Kroll. Well, I'm not interested in hearing what you have to say right now.
You know, there are just 98 days left until Election Day. Early voting starts even sooner. And the momentum behind the Kamala Harris campaign, it shows no signs of letting up. Tonight, 10,000 Harris supporters packed into an arena in Atlanta, Georgia.
It'd be nice if they actually allowed people to vote on whether they wanted Harris to be the nominee. Like they basically put a crown on this lady's head. Biden the feckless, Biden the befuddled has abdicated his throne, and Queen Regent Kamala Harris of House Coconut has taken the fucking iron. Like, come on. Are we a democracy? No. Are we a monarchy? No. We just I don't even think we know what we are. We're just here. We're just here and we're just vibing.
Georgia. The vice president was introduced by three-time Grammy winner and rap megastar Megan Thee Stallion. Vice President Harris used that moment to issue a direct challenge to Donald Trump.
The momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. He pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. Well done.
It'd be funny as hell if Trump starts acting like Biden. Like, these are both old ass men. I think Biden is just a few years older than Trump. But like, Trump isn't a fucking spring chicken himself. Like, it'd be funny if I've been shot. I can't go, Kamala. I'm sorry.
Donald.
Look, like I said, a ham sandwich could do better than Biden. If the ham sandwich was sentient and could talk, it would make a better nominee than Biden. Megan Thee Stallion promoting Kamala is like in the Boondocks when Thugnificent made that Obama song, Dick Riding Obama. Oh, she's really debate me, bro.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage.
Debate me, bro. He's iffy about debating her because he knows that Kamala is a trained attorney, okay? Kamala's going to gut you in a fucking debate. She may come across as this ditzy ass wine mom, but Kamala knows what she's doing. Okay. Trump doesn't. So what Trump is a demagogue. He gets clout by targeting people who are weaker than himself, who are less adept at reading the room than himself, and basically mocking them into oblivion. That's what Trump does. That's what all demagogues do. He's not going to fuck with Kamala because Kamala will eat his ass alive. And he knows that. So that's why he's leery on debating her. He debates basically a caricature. If you're smarter than Trump, he's going to make up a caricature of you. That's what he's going to do. He's going to make up a mockery of you, a straw man, and attack that. But he's not going to attack you to your face. He doesn't do that. Demagogues do not do that. They don't have to, because they know that their base is stupid enough. They don't care what they don't care what the actual person says. They're still going to debate a meme, basically. Okay, they're going to debate the fucking ditzy coconut wine mom. They're not going to debate Kamala Harris, the prosecutor, the terror of urban California. Debates are a good entertainment for vibes-based U.S. politics. That's all U.S. politics is. That's all the U.S. public cares about. Vibes. People are falling in line absentmindedly behind Kamala because to them she has very, very good vibes.
Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
This is just a mummer's farce. This is a caricature of black culture. My coworkers don't even believe that Kamala is even black. This is just a mockery of new African culture. It makes me sick. It makes me want to vomit her up. If she picks Andy Bashir, I think her chances are better than Shapiro. Andy is beloved in Appalachia by pretty much everyone. An anomaly in what was ruby red Kentucky. It's probably going to be Shapiro. It's probably going to be Shapiro. She's announcing it in fucking Philly, for Christ's sake. That's Josh Shapiro's home state. See, I didn't fuck up and call him Ben. I didn't call him Ben Shapiro. I wonder if they're related.
Well, to part ways with an architect of Project 2025. According to that report, Trump campaign manager Chris LaCivita put the screws to mastermind Paul Dance in an effort to force him out and shut down the right-wing shop behind Project 2025. Following that reporting, the Trump campaign released a statement trying to publicly distance itself from the project, saying, quote, reports of Project...
So yeah, he can publicly distance himself all he wants with these people he's working with. Like, most of them dig Project 2025, and elements of it are probably going to be fucking put into place anyways. He's trying to distance himself from him because it is scary as fuck. And his idea is not to like scare people to the point where he's not reelected as president. But honestly, I think Trump secretly digs Project 2025. So if he gets reelected, there's still going to be elements of it.
Project 2025's demise would be greatly welcome. But if Trump really wants to cut ties with Project 2025, well,
I bet you
he might have to.
Like, I bet you Vance is also a huge fan of this. Vance probably has the little playbook enshrined in his bedroom somewhere alongside a picture of the couch that he raped.
Start firing people a little closer to home. A new book from the architects of Project 2025 promoting their extreme agenda is set to be released later this year. And the foreword to that new Project 2025.
Hey, did I go somewhere? I'm not old enough to be president, Bryce. I'm sorry. 5 more years. Give me 5 more years.
Book was written by none other than Trump's running mate, JD Vance. Vance even promoted the book back when its original title was, get this, Dawn's Early Light, Burning Down Washington to Save America, with a cover image showing a match over the word Washington. The Trump campaign has already spent the past week in damage control mode over the choice for Trump's running mate. Vance, as you know, has tried to explain away bizarre and offensive statements he made denigrating adults who do not have children, referring to them derisively.
Do you have any idea how painful, like, why is it always men who are denigrating women who don't have children? Do you have any idea how painful childbirth is? I think the only pain that us dudes experience that even approximates childbirth is passing fucking kidney stones. Why do you see women as just wombs to be used? What is wrong with you? When you squeeze a kid through your dick hole, then you have the right to tell women what to do with their bodies. Until then, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not going to endeavor to tell women what they should do with their bodies because I don't experience the type of pain that a woman has when she's giving birth. I do not experience that fucking pain. I'm sorry. So why the fuck would I tell somebody that has a womb that, come on. Like, what is wrong with you? And then you have all of these fucking conservative ass white women that go out and vote for these people. They're the reasons that white women cannot get abortions now in many states.
As childless cat ladies, even arguing that parents' votes should count for more than those of non-parents. Those comments appear to be more than just a one-off. Reporters have now unearthed even more video of JD Vance calling people without deranged, psychotic, and sociopaths.
I don't know. I would consider fucking a couch to be more deranged, psychotic, and sociopathic than choosing to not have kids, but whatever.
There's just these basic cadences of life that I think are really
That motherfucker's wearing eyeliner.
Powerful and really, really valuable when you have kids in your life. And the fact that so many...
This dude is so deep in the fucking closet, he's finding his great-grandma's dildos. My God.
People, especially in America's leadership class, just don't have that in their lives. You know, I worry that it makes people more sociopathic and ultimately our whole country a little bit less less mentally stable. You go on Twitter and almost always the people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
Why are you going on Twitter asking people if they have kids?
Care about children because we're not sociopaths and we don't want to live in a society of sociopaths.
I don't know. That's kind of up for debate, JD. I mean, you were a Marine. I think to be a Marine, a combat Marine at that, you have to be kind of sociopathic.
Joining me now, Democratic Senator from California, Alex. The Senator, thank you so much for being with us. We will get to your fellow Senator, JD Vance, in just a second.
The fellow senator.
Well, now, look what we got here, Billy Bob. We got ourselves a lost Red Guard wandering around the Imperial City at night. You're a long way from Curry Flingerland, ain't you, boy? What are you doing out?
This guy is hilarious. It's my 2 pennies.
Here anyway, selling skooma, stealing, looking for white women? Regardless, you'll have to come down to the station and tell us what you're up to. What you packing, Red Guard? A long sword? Well, I know you guys are packing long swords, but I need to know if you have anything dangerous that I should be aware of. Besides, why do you even call you Red Guards anyway? You're not red at all. You're black. Want me to tell you a funny story? When I first heard of the Dark Brotherhood, I thought it was a clan of you guys up to no good. And also, why is your country called Hammerfell? Did a hammer fall on it or something? It should be Sandflingerland. He's resisting arrest. Get him!
Breaking news here on CNN, a major development in the Middle East.
Sandflingerland. JD Vance really fucked me up with lying about donating to help victims of the Eastern Kentucky floods. This guy doesn't give a shit about Appalachia. He doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. He doesn't. Like, if you go out, if you're in Appalachia and you go out and you vote for this guy, you're a fucking idiot. He literally wrote a book where he's shitting on you guys.
Hamas says the political leader of the organization, the U.S. calls a terror group, has been killed in Tehran. So far, the Israeli military is only saying they do not respond to reports in the foreign media. The White House.
Really? But you bring your propaganda to the foreign media. Like, you expect them to carry a Hasbara bullshit. But when the foreign press does its job and actually holds you guys to account for fucked up shit that you do, like assassinating a Palestinian peace negotiator, then you're fucking mum. You have nothing to say.
White House says it is aware of the reports and is monitoring it. This comes as Israel and Hamas were locked in tense negotiations to free dozens of hostages still held in Gaza by Hamas. Let's go to CNN's Paula Hancock's live in Abu Dhabi. Paula, what more do you...
Dubai. Fuck Dubai. So after Rashida Tlaib left our canvassing event, she went to a fundraiser, I believe, for Cory Bush. Nice group of folks. It's good that she enjoys our city so much. I mean, it does have remarkable similarities to Detroit, so.
They view Hezbollah here by the reactions of an onlooker who interrupted our broadcast.
They're not militias. They are freedom fighters. They have been brought up to defend their countries in 1982, and they defend us. They're not militias. Don't call Hezbollah as militias.
You can get a sense of how differently they view Hezbollah.
So this is from a buddy out in Yemen. He says that we should not consider Ismail Haniyeh the first or last Hamas leader to be martyred. He was preceded by dozens such as Yassin and Rantisi. The Fatah movement also martyred hundreds of leaders, and despite this, the resistance remained until Oslo. What creates resistance is meaning, not authority, and this meaning is what creates a leader and his subordinates. These are not authoritarian terrorist groups like Daesh or Al-Qaeda, which are weakening and ending with the death of their leaders, but about resistance groups that live by the principles of struggle, liberation, sacrifice for the people. So if you get into an argument with Zionists, you will see them like saying stupid shit like Hamas is ISIS. No, ISIS has actually attacked Hamas because they have, well, varying goals. And of course, ISIS is, as we know, a puppet of Yankee imperialism and also works with the Israelis. The PFLP mourns the martyrdom of Ismail Haniyeh. And today, the Chavistas are in the street to defend the Bolivarian revolution in Venezuela. So people are like, oh, they don't have any mass support. The elections were fake. No. All of these right-wingers, okay, and I'm not even a big fan of Maduro, okay? I don't think he's a communist. He actually bears close resemblance to it. It's funny. Every fucking Trotsky's birthday or at death anniversary of Trotsky, Maduro puts out a statement basically lionizing and doing tricks on Trotsky's dead dick. Okay? I don't like Trotsky. But I also don't like American imperialism carrying out regime change operations. I don't. So all power to the Bolivarian Revolution, and the revolutionary course of the Venezuelan people is to be determined by the Venezuelan people, not by America and its useless leftists. Like, where's our revolution? Where's our revolution? Like, until we get a revolution, we really don't have the opportunity. We really don't have the we really don't have the clout to talk about other people's revolutionary processes. Mr. President, Mr. Biden, what is your legacy for queer Americans? Well, I'm very proud of my position. I was the first guy to come out for gay marriage, the Obama administration. My dad was dropping me off to get a license to be a lifeguard in the city. We get out of the car, in the center of the city. We get out of the car. Two guys leaned in and kissed each other. I'd never seen that before. I looked at my dad as he said, Joey, it's simple. They love each other. That's simple. It's my position. Your dad did not say that. Your dad was literally born in the 1800s. Your dad did not say that. Why are you lying? Like, that's why people hate Biden. He's just a fucking liar. He makes up shit. She's a fucking liar too. When Kamala Harris was asked about the situation in Lebanon, God knows what she thinks about the murder of Ismail Haniyeh on territory of a foreign country that is not at war with Israel. But she continues to parrot the old line. Israel has the right to defend itself, in particular against a terrorist organization, which is exactly what Hezbollah is not. So when you vote for this woman, you are going to get more of the same under Biden. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want vibes. You don't want actual concrete policies. You don't want peace in the Middle East. You want vibes. That's all you want. If you're fighting a culture that holds martyrs in highest regard, why would you keep going out making martyrs? Also, a buddy got me this as a late birthday gift. It's Lost Victories, the war memoirs of Hitler's most brilliant general by Field Marshal Erich von Manstein. I feel kind of dirty reading a book by a Nazi, but whatever. You got to learn. You got to learn what your enemies did and how they lost, so you can beat them again. I don't know what the fuck the Snoopy Center for Democracy is. I think it's some type of meme thing that YDSA brats set up, but I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Maybe they'll offer me a job. In a new report, the Snoopy Center finds serious irregularities in the 2024 Democratic Party primary election. We call on the international community to back Rashida Tlaib as a legitimate victor and YDSA as the vanguard party who will restore democracy and crush Trotskyism. Okay, cool. Yeah. In the final years of South African apartheid, the white government decided it must overthrow the government of Angola, install a puppet regime in Namibia, attack Zimbabwe, attack Botswana, attack Zambia in order to survive. This obviously did not work. So Israel basically is doomed. Why is it doomed? Because of its own internal processes and the stupid shit that it keeps doing. You cannot fight the whole fucking Middle East, just like South Africa cannot fight all of fucking Africa. Israel is doomed. And inshallah, we will see the destruction of this country in our lifetime. And we will see the triumph of a liberated Palestine. Speaking of which, I got a copy of Leaders of Our Time, Dwight D. Eisenhower from my dad. Good read, or should I just sell it? I don't know. Use it as a doorstop. Read it. I don't fucking know. Why do y'all ask me for life advice? Don't ask me for life advice. Ask me for political advice. I can turn you into a Maoist, but I can't tell you how to have a good relationship with your dad. I'm sorry. Peace.